Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You have been on and off about your academics, you've been here and there, you're not necessarily, achieving your goals, you're not in the place where you want yourself to be, and probably maybe you've been sticking around the channel for a very long time right now, and you're probably thinking to yourself, you know what? This guy really makes sense, probably some video has affected you, or like you've been inspired and you're like, you know what, I want to take action on all these things and I want to actually restart my academic journey. At this point you've been through so much and all you want to do is just flip another page, flip a blank page and start over. You probably want to do better, and like I've said, you want to start over, you want a do-over, but you don't know how am I going to do it. So in this video I'm going to give you 5 tips that are going to help you in this journey of starting over and redoing your academic journey. So the first tip is for you to actually accept and reflect upon your past. Think of what got me into this particular place of me wanting to start over. Why do I want to start over? What happened in my academic journey, in my previous academic journey up to this point where I'm like, I want to start over. Look upon all the mistakes that you made, all the hitches, all the successes that you've had, everything that has culminated up to this point ya kuwa wasema I just want to start over, and then the second thing that you need to do is for you to actually accept that past. The fact that you want to restart your academic journey doesn't necessarily mean that your previous journey was that bad, but there's some bad aspect to it, so instead of only reflecting and instead of you just dwelling upon it, it's also important that you accept that that happened, that you are at this particular situation, and it's okay that that happened because at this particular point you've already acknowledged it by reflecting upon it, and then you want to take another step forward, and that next step forward is a good step, inshallah, and you're praying that and you're hoping and you are ready to work for it and make the next level, or like the next phase, or like the next academic narrative that you're going to have to be a better narrative. So that's the first thing you need to do. You need to accept and reflect upon whatever academic journey you had up until this particular point. Now the second thing that you need to do in this process of starting over your academic journey is for you to identify and set new goals. Reflecting and accepting upon your past was showing you and sort of explaining to you and elaborating to yourself, what got you there and what you did that got you there. And then now, since you've already established what you don't want to do, you need to set a new picture, you need to set a new image, you need to set new goals, you need to set new priorities. You've already identified a place that you don't want to be in terms of your academics. Now you need to identify a place that you need to be. You need to sort of cover that gap with another thing. Not necessarily cover, but like replace, I would say. You need to replace whatever bad situation you are at with a new situation, and preferably a good situation that you need to be. The third thing that you need to do in this process of restarting your academic journey is for you to actually challenge your perspective and challenge your thoughts on whatever studying and whatever academics is. What do you understand? What do you perceive academics to be? What do you think? Do you think of it as a means to a certain thing, or do you think of it as a way of learning, empowerment? Just challenge your perspectives upon it. Do you think that whatever is academics is difficult? Do you think that academics are easy? Whatever perspective you had previously, you need to challenge that and sort of adopt and try to have new perspectives about academics. For example, if you had a bad attitude, for example, about a particular subject, maybe you hated maths, or like you don't like physics, or like you don't like chemistry or biology, ask yourself like what it is about biology that you don't like it. What is it about mathematics that I don't like about it, and try to challenge that attitude and challenge that perspective and tell yourself, what, if people are doing it, then I also can do it. It's not that it's that difficult. It could be difficult, yes, but it doesn't necessarily that it is impossible. So after reflecting upon your past and accepting it, setting the new goals, you need to actually challenge your own perspective and sort of shift your attitude and shift your mental focus from the point of like I cannot do this to the point of like, what, if other people can do this, I can do this as well. This is not something new. There's nothing new under the sun, and if people are actually doing this, I can do it as well. If you're seeing if you're seeing a particular subject to be difficult, try to challenge your perspective, try to challenge your attitudes towards it, and try to make yourself feel better about it. And sort of, maybe if you don't like something, try to see ways into which you can make it likable, or like you can change your perspective to be a good perspective about the academic, or like the particular academic situation you're currently in. A very important aspect about challenging your perspective is for you to actually tell yourself and to actually believe that you can do it, you know, affirming yourself that, you know, if people can do this thing, I also can do this thing. I'm cut from the same cloth that these people are cut from, you know. So you need to actually say it to yourself, affirm it to yourself, and believe that you can actually do this, and also carry this perspective and carry this notion with you along your academic journey, because it's going to be really important. Remember, you are taking a shift from something that you were, and something that now you're taking another direction into something that you want to be. It's important that you have things and you have like a mental attitude, you have a very good focus, mental focus, that is helping you towards achieving whatever goals you had previously set for this new academic level that you want to be at. So the fourth thing that you need to do in this journey of trying to be better in your academics and trying to restart your academics is that you need to join a community or find a mentor. Why am I telling you to join a community or find a mentor? Is because, you know, you're trying to shift from a place of you don't want to be. You're trying to shift from a bad place academically, and you're trying to be better in academics. So for you to join a community, the community will always act as a constant reminder. It will be a place where you are surrounded by people who are have the same focus as you, the people who have same goals as you, people who want to achieve the same things in life, people who are success driven, people who are goal oriented, people who are focused. And you know, when you're in that particular situation, it's very easy for you to sort of like try and be better and do better, you know, and jumpstart your academic journey and take everything to another level, rather than when you're trying to build something new, or like you're trying to be better, or like you're trying to, you know, change this academic part of you, or like when you're trying to embark on a new academic journey to be better, and then you're surrounded by people who are constantly telling you, you know, what are you doing? Look at him, I don't know, look at her, you know, something. People start like, you know, distancing themselves from you. You don't want necessarily to be in that particular dynamic, because it's not going to favor you in a very good way. Rather, it's going to even drag you down, because you're going to be like, what's the point? Why am I doing this? You know, these are my friends, they're not studying, I don't know, what's the point? You're just going to be filled with negative thoughts and negative emotions and negative everything, mpaka ufike mahali kuwa you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to actually do this anymore. There's no point in doing this. But then when you're trying to be better, and then you surround yourself with people who are actually in this betterment journey, or like they're already there, or like they're also trying to be better, you know, it's always like, oh guys, let's do this. I want to go to the library. Oh, let's go. When are you studying? You know, you have these constant reminders every now and then. People are reminding you here to do things. You have people that you can actually study with. You have people you can actually do discussions with. So just in general, join a community. And I know sometimes for most of you, or like for some people, it could not be physically possible for you to have a community around you, but that's not an excuse at this point, where we have Instagram, we have TikTok, we have Discord, we have Twitter, we have Snapchat, we have so many things around social media, and YouTube as well, that we can actually use as a community. You know, if you go on Instagram, there are people who share their blogs, there are people who share their journeys. Be part of that community. It doesn't necessarily mean that you need to have people as your friends. It's just that you are part of something, you know, you are part of a bigger movement. You know, if you comment on somebody's blog, or maybe you comment on somebody's YouTube video, you know, you sort of subscribe or like follow these people on their pages, and sort of try to create a feed of your own. You know, you create, when you go over on YouTube, you have a new video from Sheba, you have a new video from so and so, you have a new video from whoever, you know, positive people that are actually trying to make it easier for yourself to sort of impact and try to embark on this new academic journey. The reason again why I'm asking you to find a mentor or join a community is because a mentor preferably is someone who has already gone through the process that you're currently going through. So it's really important for you to have someone to take your hand and guide you along the journey. And if you find yourself in this particular situation where you are looking for a mentor, you don't know what to do, you don't know what next step to take, you are stranded in this particular journey. Yes, you've done all the other things, but then looking for a mentor or like finding a community is difficult. You can always reach us at Tutoredke over on our Instagram page. We are ready and we are very willing to help you guys to achieve whatever academic goals you have. Now, the fifth and final thing that you need to do is actually start right away. It's very important to not give yourself room to sort of say, I'll start next week, I'll start next Monday, I'll start, I don't know, next week, I'll start next month, you know, unless there is a particular and very necessary reason that is holding you back not to do that thing. It's very important that you start right away. Once you've identified all these other things, you've done all these 4 steps that we've talked about, and you are sure about everything that you want to do, you are very serious about it, you are motivated, you have the inspiration that you need to have at that particular point, you need to actually start right away, because starting has a lot of benefit to it. It prevents you from like creating a window where you can relapse and go back to whatever academic perspectives, academic challenges you had. And then 2 is like it gives you the momentum to keep going. Once you start doing something and then you add up to another thing, you do another thing, you do another thing, the momentum keeps growing, and you end up finding yourself like in that constant loop where you just want to do work, of course, like with breaks and whatever, but like at this particular point, taking action is really important to keep the ball rolling and keep you going on this journey that you want to embark. So guys, those are the 5 tips that I wanted to share today to help you jumpstart and restart your academic journey. I really hope you found this video helpful. So if you have any other tips that you think are necessary and you think are important when someone is trying to sort of restart their academic journey, kindly leave them in the comment section down below. I'll be so glad to go through every single one of them. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you've reached this far and you haven't subscribed, kindly consider doing so, and also give this video a like. It really helps to boost the video, and it helps the channel in a very big way. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Assalamu alaikum.